Is it live?
Yeah.
How can you even tell?
Start Q&A poll. No. That's nice. It says you're live right now. I could look on the thing and find out.
Yeah,
Sure.
can you? Oh, God.
I'll say live. And like,
Oh, okay.
speak.
Hi, everyone. Obviously, there's a delay. That was when I stabbed my finger. Okay. Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be making the Zelda Zonai dress. So I previously made the mock-up for it on my last video that I posted on Friday. Today, live, I'm going to be making the actual dress. So I did all of the fitting adjustments that I had to do on it on that video and made sure that it would fit me properly, and it did. And the mock-up is actually right back here, which I will show you guys. Ooh, I don't know what I just clicked on. So this is the mock-up that I made in the corner there. So you can see that this was the mock-up that I made on that last video, and it fits me pretty well. So there's really not too many adjustments that I have to make to it once I actually make the garment that I'm going to do today. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know anything that you want me to show you in the comments. Let's go get started.
Did I type appear in the chat room? Just to see to make sure it works.
Did someone
about
say?
30 seconds behind right now, but I think
Okay.
I set the links a little higher because you're on Wi-Fi, which is like dangerous to record on. But we'll see.
Okay. So right now I'm just cutting out the remainder of the interfacing. So the interfacing pieces is going to be for the bodice, and then I'm also going to bone them. So that's what I'm doing right now because I did not have enough time to cut out those pieces. I was able to cut out all the rest of the dress pieces, the underdress, the lining portion, and the overdress portion. But right now I'm just doing the interfacing. And I'm using kind of a heavy duty interfacing to give it a little bit more structure because the fabric that I chose for the lining and the underdress is a cotton voile, which is very flimsy and quite see-through, but it's going to be underneath another dress, so it doesn't really matter that much. Are you going to keep track of the chat? Brian, that's really loud. Ooh, that's a lot of. I'm kind of running low on this stuff. I have a whole other roll of the other interfacing that I use as well, but this is a woven interfacing that I like because it is it's much easier to work with than a polyester one. Okay. So now I'm just going to interface or fuse the interfacing to these pieces. And hopefully I don't fuse them backwards to any of the pieces, which I have been known to do. This is the side front. This is the center front. So normally you're supposed to use like a pressing cloth to press these, but I don't actually have one. And this is a woven interfacing, like I said before, so you can just not. It doesn't really damage it. If you were using like a polyester interfacing, you absolutely need to use a pressing cloth for that. So you can see this fabric that I'm using here is very see-through. Very see-through. So I'm layering it, which it will be fine because like I said, I'm putting the interfacing on it and then I'm layering it with an outer piece over the dress, over the underdress, and then the overdress goes over the top of it. Oh, that's right. I didn't make this completely the right size. Thank you.
Now you see how many people are watching on this.
It says there's 2 people.
Oh.
So you and somebody else.
Well, that's good.
I guess that's kind of the same as when you do it on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I can use it. Well, you can see if they're logged in, their names. They're not logged in. Their names.
Can you do me a favor? Can you turn it down? Because it's really hot in here, the air conditioning.
Let's see what cooler here.
Yeah, for some reason this room gets really hot. Or,
the lights on make it hot too.
well, and the iron doesn't help either.
Gotta calm down and relax. This is live. It's not the end of the world. You get way too over. What you got?
Oh, wow.
What are you working on now?
I'm just fusing the interfacing. I just said that before.
Oh.
Why is she making that weird noise?
She wants me to feed her.
Do they not have food?
They do. She just wants more.
Where's Nightmare?
Downstairs.
Oh, was that him? No, that's her. One of the cats is yelling at my boyfriend to feed them because there's not food in the bowls because they are little monsters. And anytime there's not food in the bowl, she'll literally wind between his legs and try to trip him up until he goes and feeds her. She does the same thing to me, but she does it to him more. Maybe this shouldn't be over here. I don't want to spill water. Okay. So you can see that I modified these pattern pieces quite a bit, like I showed in my mock-up video, which I don't have linked in the description, but I will have to. It's my most recent video that I just made. I made the mock-up of this, and like I said before, it is over here in the back. Let me see if I can pull it closer. The angle of the camera is kind of weird. I wanted to use 2 cameras, but I wasn't able to get the other one to get set up. So this is what it will look like when it's mostly together. This piece here would get tucked under and hand stitched, and then there's a dress that goes over the top of it. So this is the second mock-up I made. I made 2 mock-ups. The first one was huge. Apparently though, when I was watching another YouTuber's video talking about fitting, she was saying that probably the reason why most of my garments don't fit me the right way is because I'm doing my measurements wrong. Apparently the bust measurement is supposed to be in the over bust, not the fullest part of your bust, even though that's what they tell you it is. So on one of the big 4 companies that I just was looking at yesterday, it says that if your bust and your over bust have a difference of a certain amount, more than a certain amount, you're supposed to use the over bust measurement for the bust measurement, which I did not know, and explains why I can never get anything to fit me. The bust is always way too big. in the patterns that I end up making. So, and this one was no different. There was so much room in the bust area. So I ended up doing like quite a bit of modification. As you can see here, this one is modified. All of them have been modified to be a little bit smaller. And I'm hoping that with all the changes that I made to it, it will actually fit me when I make the final product. We shall see though. Oh, I did that one already. Did this one already too? Why does this feel like it's not completely fused? Oh, it's not. Because it's not fused. I think this is the last piece that I have to fuse, so that's good. Okay. All right. All right, let me get my sewing machine. Sorry if that was loud. It's like 900 million cords over here. Okay. So I also bought some beads to hopefully go with the dress because it does require some beading. That'll be at a later date. This is only just as a hopefully to see if it will work. I only bought a couple. It's going to need a lot more because there's a necklace. She has beading around her arms. I think she has some around her ankles too, but there's some around the bottom of the dress here too. And I wasn't sure where they got them, the girl that made this pattern. And so I bought these at Michael's to just try them out. I don't think they're exactly what I need, but they're pretty close. So I'll probably have to find some other ones to make that because I do have also the tabard that she's wearing as well. And I haven't made any of that stuff yet. So that all has to be made at some point to finish the dress off. But that'll be at a later date because I don't have enough of the stuff yet. I have to interface that whole piece, and then I also have to bead everything. She suggests that you use like a 3D printed stuff, and there's a company that does it, but it's like $93 for the set, and on top of that you have to paint it, and that's a lot. Give me 1 second while I look for my bobbins. I'm just gonna mute this because I don't want it to be real loud. Okay, I found them. I hate how they put stickers over the ends of this thread. It makes it impossible to get it off. Okay, so I'm just gonna wind my bobbin really quick, and then we will get started sewing these pieces together. I might have to change the needle too. I'm not sure how old this needle is. And this is really thin material, so I definitely want to make sure that I'm using the right needle. Lord have mercy. I think this is an embroidery needle, but I think I've had it on my machine for a little while. This is one. Can you hurry up? What are you doing? Taking its time. Sometimes it's really loud and sometimes it's not. That's weird. Okay. Any day now, machine. I was planning on doing this earlier, but I forgot. And if you are wondering why I have this blue painter's tape on my machine here, it's so that I know exactly where to sew the seam allowance. It helps me to keep it, because there are marks on the machine, but because I generally move the needle over to the middle position, those marks don't really tell me where the seam allowance is. So I generally just put a piece of painter's tape on there so that I can see exactly where I have to go, and I line up the fabric with that. Okay. Put a new needle in. And then we will start pinning the pieces together and stitching them. I will show you the directions for this particular pattern, which are very detailed. I will say her patterns are really good for beginners. So if you're starting out sewing and you want to make like a cosplay or something like that, she has a lot of patterns and she goes into a lot of detail on how to sew each piece and what to do, and she gives you resources. No, She gives you resources for like things if you're not sure how to do something, like how to put in a zipper or something along those lines. She has lots of resources and video resources and stuff like that that she suggests you look at. So it's very nice. So, but it makes her pattern instructions really quite long. So these are the instructions that I have for the pattern. You can see there's a lot of them. But they are very detailed, and she tells you all the supplies that you need, and how, like I said, how to put them together exactly. Let me see here. And she has lots of pictures too. So if you don't know exactly what she's talking about, she does have lots of pictures. So you can see here, it talks about like what you're supposed to do here and how this is supposed to be laid out. So you can see exactly how you're supposed to sew those pieces together. Let me move some of this stuff.
Let me see.
I don't know if there's a problem with my YouTube connection. I don't know if I'm still technically live. Oh wait, it went away. It says open. I don't know what that says. So I don't know what happened. Okay. Maybe nothing. Is it still on there?
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, okay. Well, then why did it give me that error message?
So you stuttered a bit, like you lost some signal.
Oh, okay.
So some of it would like, so it dropped a little bit. Not
Oh, okay.
out.
Hey,
So,
you need to calm down over there.
Likely, for the future, if you want to save some of this chunk into videos, you're going to want to local record because that won't chunk if you lose connection.
Uh-huh. But then how would I do a live? Like, how would that work? I don't know.
Well, it's simple. Like, while you're live, you just push this. It'll start recording on your computer, too. So it'll do both.
Okay. What was that noise?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay.
So there'll be like a choppy point in your video now, but...
Oh, well. Okay. So now I'm just going to pin these pieces together and start sewing them. So this is the center front piece here, this one, and then this is the side front. And this opens center front. So it has a zipper in the center front. And because this is a princess seam, if you make something like this, you definitely want to make sure you're using enough pins to hold it because you have to go around a couple curves here. I just usually use probably too many pins, but better safe than sorry. I'm just going to pin both of these and then I'll just sew both of them together. Oh, my pens are over here.
What I was gonna do with the 2-camera thing, we couldn't get figured out today, was I was gonna have one smaller, one bigger, and then depending on what you were doing, if you wanted to be more zoomed in on
That would have been
that,
nice.
you'd swap out like and make the other one smaller, and that one be bigger. So, we couldn't get that figured out today.
It wasn't too loud or anything, right?
No, it's actually kind of a little quiet. I might turn you up a little bit.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that
Oh, okay.
because the sewing machine is going to be loud when
Oh.
I turn it on.
Okay.
I mean, not super loud, but loud enough that it's gonna. Oh, it's not too bad. But if I make it go faster, it will definitely be louder. I might have to change the camera angle a little bit because I don't like it this high. I'm gonna change the camera angle a little bit, guys. I think that's a little bit better.
Next time, plug it in like that.
For what?
If you want to plug your computer over there, it's not long enough.
Oh, you're talking about the Ethernet cable.
Live streaming on Wi-Fi just leave that idea.
Well, can't you just unplug it from the thing and plug it in over here instead? It's literally for just right now. He's not even here.
I don't know if they might screw stuff up on the network, and I'm not using that. You're plugging in some thing and some.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, the pickle. Hi, pickles. It's over there. You're not even in the camera. That's a big boy. Oh, Lord.
He's not going to stay.
This is Pickles. Oh, don't be scared. It's okay.
He's just going to tiptoe around.
Come here. No. Come here. What's up? What's the matter, Pickle? It's okay. He's freaking out right now.
Well, it's okay.
He doesn't like it. He's like, I don't want to be over here. I do not know where Nightmare is. He's usually not far away, but he's probably downstairs sleeping in the cat bed right now. He's what? Oh, he's over there. What does concurrent views mean? It says concurrent views. I can't read that. It's too small. I can't see what it says. I have no idea.
That means that's how many people watch it. And then the thing is views is how many people see it.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if any new people came in and left, it would say views would be high.
Oh. Sure. I feel like... Eagles! wish I had more room on this table. Sometimes. I know, but sometimes I still wish I had more room because I don't have a place to put like my big thing. Well, maybe I'll just move all this out of the way.
Well, you know,
All this
like
stuff.
if you weren't cutting in that other room, you could take that side table and put it over here to put stuff on, unless you use that to cut in the other room.
Oh, I don't think there's enough room in here for all of that.
There is, it's just how you order it.
Because I don't want to use my ironing board. It's all the way over there. What?
Oh.
So I'm just going to use this. Is this on? Well, you can't even see it in the camera.
You have to pick the camera up and
Oh my god, it's a pain
Can you just turn the angle instead of doing that?
in the butt. No. I don't know. What is that? What is that? What is that on the screen?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Is it about to die? I don't know. I don't know what it is. So no, it's on the push the screen back and you can see what it is. Well, if the camera dies, I have another battery, so.
I don't want to have my face on here.
Push the screen back. I didn't make this seam allowance big enough. Oh wow.
I just see AF off, zoom,
Oh, the autofocus is
Yeah.
off. Oh, that's fine.
and 59.94.
I don't know what the heck that means.
That's how many, what frame rate you're recording at.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Tell people what you're doing now.
I'm pressing open the seam here over a tailor's ham so that it gives me a nice flat seam. And then after I'm done putting everything together, I'm going to...
Should you move that out of the way so they can see right now? Because it's blocking the way.
Yeah, I don't want to move it because I'm just going to do this real
Oh.
quick and then I'm going to go back to sewing another piece. And then once it's all together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch down on both sides of this to make the boning channels for the boning. But I only just recently got this tailor's ham, and I'll tell you what, it is really, really awesome to have. So if you do sewing or you sew like stuff for yourself, you should definitely have one because it's much easier to press things open this way, especially over like a curved seam or a bust dart, something like that. This is so much easier to use than trying to do it flat. So, because you can pull it open and then finger press and then open it up with this with the iron and steam.
Let's see, now you can tell since it's 5.
It keeps going back and
4
forth. And so this is the center front. No, it goes this way. Sorry. So this will be the center front seam. This is the side seam. All right, so let's do the next one, which is, I believe, the back, the 2 back seams. And then we stitch them both together. So which one is this one? Oh, that's center front. That's side back. No. Is it upside down? What did I do here? Why does that look? Oh, okay. Side back, center back. This is not completely fused. Wait, it's not fused at all. Did I not fuse this one? I guess I didn't fuse these. Guess that would be a good idea if I fuse them. Why are you making that noise? Okay, so these pieces will go like this. Center back, and then side back. Or like this. They don't match up completely because I made so many changes to this. So it'll go like that, and then these two pieces will also be sewn together. Brian, it's doing it again. Okay. I always stab myself with some pins. As long as I'm not bleeding on it, it's okay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna press them open again like I did with the other ones over the tailor's ham, and then we're gonna stitch all the pieces together. Okay, so now I'm going to stitch stitch the two back pieces together. I just want to make sure that I have them on here correctly, because if I put them on upside down, that would be really bad. Yeah, okay, that's the top. And then once I do that, I'll stitch the front pieces to this. This is just a straight seam, so I'm probably not even going to use any pins, just to make it faster. And I'm not referring back to the instructions right now because I made this. This is the third time I've made it. So I pretty much know exactly how to construct it right now. And then after this is done, I have to put the zipper in. And the last time I did it, when I did it on the mock-up, I put it in backwards. I gotta make sure I don't do that this time. Because I'm gonna press this open real quick, but this one is really easy because this is a flat seam, like I said. So I don't really need the tailor's ham for it. So now this, I can't tell. There's a string in the way. Okay, so this is the whole back. So it will go like this across my back. Now we're gonna put the sides on and the front. And these ones are a little bit more curved pieces. So ow. I always stab myself at least once with pins. And this pattern company, like I was telling you guys before, is actually really good. She has a lot of beginner-friendly patterns, and I have used her patterns before for the cosplay that I did last month. I actually wore it to a convention, and it was Aerith. That was what it was. I was like, what's the name? Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. So I made that, and me and my boyfriend dressed up as the characters from Final Fantasy VII, and my son was a character from Resident Evil. But I made his pants, I made my boyfriend's whole costume, and I made my whole costume. But that was the same pattern company that I used for this. I used her pattern for that, and it was very detailed, and it was probably one of the more complicated things that I made because there were so many zippers and not snaps, but like rivets, and zippers and fake pockets and all of that stuff. So I really walk you through step by step exactly how to make it, which is why I really like her patterns, because even though I'm not technically a beginner, I had never made anything that complicated for the jacket that she wears. So it was nice to have those instructions where she told you exactly what you needed to do, because they were like zipper pockets and gosh, everything. I don't even remember. Like if you guys see a picture of, if you know what Aerith looks like, you'll know she has that jacket on, and it was fully lined, and like there was buckles on the sleeve. There's a or not, like little belt pieces on the sleeve, and a belt piece around the outside of the jacket. If I can talk, let me see. Let me see if I can find a picture. So here's a picture of me and my boyfriend. I don't know if you can see. That's us at the convention. There's like a glare on here, but that's us at the convention, and that was the jacket. Was pretty detailed. I don't know if my autofocus is going to focus on that, but it was the same pattern company that I made. I made that pattern from her same pattern company. So all right. Why I have this mouse here?